Hey team, Chef Eric Gephart here. Hope you're doing well. Today I just want to keep it real with you. Give you a little listicle video, play-by-play if you will, of how to cook salmon, right? There's a billion recipes out there. A recipe is just a guideline, but there's so many hang-ups when you start talking about a recipe. Let's just break it down to bare bones, bare basic bones, and do technique, all right? First things first, we're gonna pour a little bit of oil onto our hot surface. I'm using canola oil. I don't care if you got grapeseed oil or peanut oil, whatever you've got. And that smoke is what I wanna see, okay? So we have, a little windy out here today, we have brought our surface to smoking point. That's number one. Number two, let's take a look at our gorgeous salmon here. We're just gonna start with a little salt and pepper. And I'll cut this into two pieces because this is another tip I want to give you. Make it manageable. If you don't have a spatula large enough to flip this baby, don't put yourself in a bind, okay? So we're gonna take our knife and we're just gonna easy peasy trim it right there. I feel good about this, I feel good about this, I feel good about this, all good, okay? Next thing I'm going to tell you is we want to put our presentation side down first. So if we're not going to show skin side, that'd be the flesh side going down first. If we're going to present it skin side up, our skin side goes down first. The reason for that is in a pan or on the stone, there's only so much surface area. We want to get good conductivity and 100% heat that we have working with right off the bat. Excellent caramelization presentation side, okay? So we'll do one here today, skin side up, one flesh side up. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of salt and pepper, and this salt and pepper and oil mixture on top will create that non-stick surface that we're looking for, okay? Next tip, the drag test. You're gonna come up to your surface and you're gonna drag it. If it sticks, it's not hot enough or it needs a little bit more fat content or oil on there, okay? So that was fine, it didn't stick. I'm still gonna put just another touch of oil on there. Drag test, and we're gonna dry. Beautiful. Skin side's down. Next, let's do flesh side down, okay? So drag test, and we're gonna lay it away from ourselves. Especially if we're putting this in a pan, you always lay away. That way you don't splash yourself with hot oil. Let me kind of do a diagram here, an in the air diagram. You're holding a pan, there's some oil in there. Don't lay it towards you because it might splash your hand. Always lay away, all right? Now, high heat, we're at 500 plus degrees here. You wanna fidget, don't fidget, okay? Just let it, I almost sung let it be, all right? We just gotta let it be, okay? And if, when you're ready to flip, it's sticking, let it be a little longer, okay? Let's take a look. I think we're ready to go here. Notice I see that white creeping up the edges. I'm getting nice crispy skin. But that's not quite what I'm looking for. I like the edges, but I want that center skin to crisp up just a little bit more. And here we're watching it climb up a little bit. I see some nice rendering occurring. Let's go ahead and flip. I'm gonna slide that spatula under, put a little positive pressure, and lay away. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm talking about. Gorgeous caramelization, the Maillard reaction, the proteins have turned to sugar. I'm getting away from the simplicity of what's going on. I just gotta shut up and let it happen, okay? The heat and the salmon are doing all the work. This is gonna turn into an ASMR video from this point on, I promise. That's crisped up really nice. Great caramelization. There's a difference between a dry sear and a golden sear. That's a golden sear. A dry sear, you're gonna feel it kind of in the back of your teeth. They're gonna stick together a little bit. That right there is just gonna be all goodness, okay? So this is cooked perfectly in my book. Remember, this was gonna be the presentation side first. You could go either way, but that's what we're talking about. So I've got a little plate here, just with some stuff already on it. Boom. Remember, what we're not gonna do is pour sauce over this because we worked hard to get that nice color and that nice crisp. Now this piece is a little thicker, right? That was our tail piece, so it's gonna cook a little quicker. So now we're using our chef's intuition or our cook's common sense. Thinner pieces cook faster than thicker pieces. You can see right where we are, right here. It's starting to creep up a little. This is a nice thick piece. Slide it around if we wanted to. And always touch your food, okay? Every time you poke something, you're building context to the next time you do it. Once I cut into this, I'll remember what it felt like when I pushed it, and I'll say, oh, that was a little too firm, or that wasn't firm enough. I need to leave it on. So always constantly learning, and I think that's something that brings us back to the flame each and every time. Whenever I'm plating, I put the narrower side or the thinner side up. And look at that. 2 gorgeous pieces of Quarry Arctic salmon, one skin side up, one flesh side up. Remember what we talked about? We talked about using your cook's intuition. We talked about salt and pepper, oil, the drag test, making sure that it's hot enough, okay? Making sure it's not gonna stick on us, right? Take the stress out of cooking, and salmon does a great job for you on the grill that already with those beautiful amounts of fat in there, that healthy fat, those omega-3 fatty acids, gorgeous stuff. Let the heat, let the salmon do the work, all right? So if you enjoyed this video, as much as we enjoyed making it for you, don't forget to hit the notification button, subscribe, and as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.